Hello and thank you for coming to my channel. This is Rick's Garage and today we're going to start a new build. This is from the movie franchise Fast and Furious, Brian O'Connor's Nissan Skyline GTR. Now this car appeared in the movie Too Fast, Too Furious, and I think it was the only time that this car has ever appeared in the movie franchise. I'm not an expert on the Fast and Furious movie line. I have watched a few movies, but I'm not really all that into it personally, but I am building this car for a friend of mine. She is a nurse in my doctor's office and she's asked me to build this. So if I do any modifications on this, it's going to have to be first approved by her. This is a 2-year build, so each month for the next 2 years I'll be doing a build video on this. When I will be posting those videos is all dependent upon when I get the pack and of course what else is going on in my garage. But this is a 2-year build. Unfortunately, Fanhome does not allow us to buy a full 2-year pack or a 1-year pack or a 6-month pack or what have you. So we are restricted to just subscribing this as a monthly build. But with all that being said, let's get started on pack 1, issues 1 and 2. Okay, and this is everything we have for issue 1. So let's get these parts out. Okay, now the first thing that we need to do is we have our metal grill here, looking like that, and there are 2 holes here in the center. The top of the grill, where this hole is narrower than the bottom, so we want to make sure that we have our grill in the right orientation. And then we take our emblem, and there are 2 lugs in the back of the emblem that are going to go into the 2 holes that are on our grill. Okay, and that is just a simple push to fit, so that's the way that should look when it's installed. Now the pegs in the back, and that's the front. You got to make sure that when you're pushing this in through those 2 holes in the back that you're not bending your grill. Okay, so next I'm going to take my part work upgrades mat and place our grill on there, and then we're going to take our front part of our car looking like this, and this is all metal, all nicely painted, and we have our decals on and our other details of the paint on there, the stripes and so on, so that's really nice looking. We're going to turn this over like this, and then we're going to place our grill in this area here like that, so that when we look at the grill from the front of the car like this, we'll see our emblem right there in the front. Okay, and then next we're going to take 4 SM screws that are looking like this, and because they are going into metal, I am going to dip that into some oil, and then I'm going to line this up on those screw holes that you see here. They're going to take 4 of them and get those screwed in. Okay, and then when those are all screwed in like that, that's how it looks from the front. Okay, now next we're going to work on our turn signal lights, and I don't believe the lenses have an L and an R marked on them. They don't appear to, but our reflectors do. Here's an R on this one, and there is an L stamped on this one. So when looking at our car this way, we turn it around this way, this becomes the left and this becomes the right. And what we're going to do is we're going to take one of our lenses and we're going to fix it onto the reflector. Now the lenses can only go on one way. So if I turn this lens around, put it on this way around, it's not going to fit. It's not going to fit snug. So you want to turn it around and make sure that it fits flush to the reflector. And these fit on pretty loose, as you can see. It kind of flipped off. I'm going to actually glue these in with a little bit of PVA glue, because that will dry clear and it will not frost the lens. And there are lenses right there. They're glued in, and they just kind of conform to the shape of the reflector. Now the little bit of glue that you see here, that's going to dry clear, but we're not going to see it once it's installed onto the fender there, or the bumper. And the glue that I used is micro crystal clear. Okay, so now what we want to do is that we want to take our lights. This one here is marked R, that goes over here. This one's marked L, and it's very simple. We take the left side here, and these 2 lugs on the back are going to go into the 2 holes right here diagonally. So this is going to go on like this. And they are directional, so make sure that you put them in correctly. And then we'll just do the same thing on the other side. Now they're not asking us to secure these in with screws. They're just asking us to place them into the holes on the bumper here. Okay, and that's how they look once they're in like that. And they kind of sort of snap into place. I mean, they don't really fall out, but they're not really secured in with any screws. They're just more like a push to fit. But that's how that looks when they're installed. And that is all there is to do in that stage. Okay, in stage 2, we work on our first tire. Okay, now the first thing that we want to do, we're going to take our tire, and it's pretty soft. We're not going to need to soak this in water or anything. But on the tire, it has the word right printed right there. And we want that facing up because we're going to need to take this rim, which is made out of metal, and we'll put that right into the tire like that. And we want it to be on the top of the rim of the tire, just like that. Okay, now next we want to take this rim right here, and we flip our tire over, and we want to match the screw holes here to the screw holes that are down here. So this is going to go on like this. You're going to squeeze it in there. Try to match up those screw holes as best as you can, just like that. Okay, now next, on the outer side of the tire with the right script facing us right here, we're going to place our right wheel hub, which is this, and it also is metal. And we have these screw holes right here, and we're going to place them right over on top of the holes that are in there. So this is going to go on just like that. And then we'll turn this over, and we'll secure that in with 4 BM screws. Okay, so I'm going to hold the wheel hub in place and screw in a BM screw right down there. And I'm not going to go all the way in yet. I'm just going to do it in so that it just kind of catches. And then I'm going to go around the wheel. Our third one right there. I'm going to tighten all those screws up. And there's our wheel, complete. Now we have these wheel bolts, and we have a wheel cover right here that we need to keep safe for later on. But that's our wheel, and that's the end of stage 2, and that's the end of that pack. Okay, so in pack 1, we worked on our bumper, got our turn signals in, and our front grille. Looking great. And we did our first tire. Looking pretty good. Okay, well, if you'd like to get this for yourself, I have put a QR code on screen, a link in the descriptions below that will take you right over to Fanhome. And I really hope you liked this video. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, please remember to hit that subscribe button and that bell icon that will notify you of new videos that are posted. Other than that, always have fun in your garage, your workshop, or wherever it is that you build your models. And until next time, thanks for watching.